Alright, I've had a few people asking me for a full tutorial on how to use our Simple Bucket Budget Spreadsheet. So I'm just going to go through today the features of this spreadsheet and how to use it. So essentially how a bucket spreadsheet works is it's essentially telling you how much your expenses come to, so that you know when you get paid exactly how much to put aside on payday to cover these expenses, so that the rest is for you to go out and spend or save or whatever else. So it doesn't track every expense like every coffee and things like that. It's more giving you an idea of how much you should be putting aside to cover your expenses, so you're never caught out when these bills come up. So the first thing that you want to do in this budget is you want to put in your income. If you get paid bi-weekly or monthly, you'll need to divide this into a weekly amount instead. If you get paid on an inconsistent basis, for example, you're a casual worker, I recommend putting in what you would get on average or what you would maybe get on a bad week, because whatever's left over after that is extra money for you to save or spend. This is really just giving you how much your expenses come to. Next, what you want to do is you want to put in your expenses into this column. I recommend going through your bank statements and seeing how much your expenses come to. I've put my weekly expenses as my phone, because I get charged $30 a week for my phone, my gym membership, groceries, petrol. Then you put in your monthly expenses. Things like rates, I actually come out of my account quarterly, so every 3 months, but it just makes a lot more sense in this spreadsheet to put it through as a monthly expense. So you will need to divide that by 3 if it's something like a quarterly expense. And then you need to put in your annual expenses. I have a few things here for my car that I get charged once a year for. And if you look down the bottom, what it does is it splits these totals into a weekly cost. So for example, my weekly expenses, that's already fine, that's done. My monthly expenses is about $3,000 a month, but as a weekly cost it's only $700. My annual expenses about $47 a week. These totals are then brought over to these columns over here. It's automatically done because of the formulas. And then you have a total here, which is what your bills are each week. So you can see here that it's a problem where if I'm earning less than my bills per week, so I'm just going to bump this up just so it works. And it can give you a good indication of, okay, I'm earning $1,500 a week, my bills are $1,000 a week. Hopefully from this you should understand, okay, I've then got $500 left over per week. I've put in here how much I want to save, but if you're at a time you don't want to save, you can change that to 0. And then you know exactly how much you have remaining to go out and spend, and you know that your bills are covered for when they do arise. How I like to do it with my personal bank accounts is I'll actually have separate bank accounts set up. That is a bills and expenses account and a spending account. I get paid into the expenses account, and then this amount here I will actually then go and pull into my spending account, or I'll put into my savings account, but at least I know that my bills and expenses are covered for when they do come up. There is this column here for fortnight allocation as well. So if you get paid bi-weekly, all it does is it just doubles what's in this column for you. It's just if you do get paid bi-weekly, it might be a little bit easier for you, but it's just the same as this column but doubled. And over here you have a really good indication of how much of your expenses are going where, where your money is essentially going. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, if you'd like me to cover anything more, please leave me a comment. I would love to respond and help you out.